So here we are. So, we got this snowy weather, you all. Look, I'm already covered in snow from this prediction of the Farmers Almanac, the 2022-23 winter outlook, in which you can see here from the map, they are, for certain areas, hibernation zone, glacial snow field. I've never heard of that before. I really haven't heard of it before. And that's right there toward like the almost like the mid, looks like is that the breadbasket area or something like that? And then down below it, like in Texas, chilly, normal precipitation. And then over here, like in the Great Lakes area, unreasonably cold and snowy. Then below that, shivery, wet, and slushy. Then up there in that far corner of the east, significant shivers and slushy, icy, snowy. Wow, that's a lot of adjectives. It is a lot of verbs and no. So, and then look at that. So brisk, normal precipitation over there on the West Coast, and mild, drier than normal. That whole entire part, you all. So yeah. Look at these cars over here that happened around in 1973 or 8, like record snowfall. So if we see something like that, it has been seen before. It really has, but they got the bad weather coming, and I just never heard of a hibernation zone glacial snow field. Whatever that means, and if you're in that area, that's what they are predicting for you. And an unreasonably cold, snowy winter, and shivery, wet and slushy. That I'm telling you what, you all, that's kind of wild. It really is. Hello there, Gabby Gabs, honey. Hello, you all. Look at this screen. I want to show you. There we are, right there. We are there. Absolutely. Oh man, you know what happened to me? I had this up and going, ready to push that button, and then no audio again. I had to literally turn off my computer and restart it again and come back in here. They messing up with my audio, you all, is what they're doing, totally messing it up. Hello, Melissa Crocker. We got a pole shift coming. Well, we could have a pole shift coming. I hope I can bring up these things that I had opened up. I really did. I had a lot of things opened up. Extreme shoot. Wouldn't you know that they would do that? They would hide my my links that I had opened. They hit them all. That's all right, you all. It's okay. We can look at this, you all, if you're just tuning in. Thank you and welcome. Let me come on over here. We're going to look at this Farmers Almanac 2022-2023 extended winter forecast. And I'm sure you've probably heard of it. I haven't really heard of it. My sister mentioned it. Hello there, Apple Brooks. You've been having internet phone connection difficulties the past few days. Others have had the similar issues. Wow. You know, do you ever wonder when that happens, what's really going on? Yeah, because that would be. Let's look into this Farmer's Almanac. Let me do this right here. I'm gonna put this over here so we can know where you're gonna go. Look over here. We got this right here, so you can go to the same links right there as we go. Is this right here? Yes, it is. Hello there, T, honey. Are you from Australia? I thought that's what I remembered. If you were from Australia, I think you said you were, unless my ears and my eyes weren't recording it right in my memory. That's right. That's right, you are. So let's look at this extended winter forecast if you haven't heard about it yet either. The first day of winter and the shortest day of the year arrives on December the 21st, 2022, but that doesn't always mean the cold temperatures and snowstorms will wait. So what's in store? The Farmers Almanac extended weather. Hello there, Susan B. Honey. For 2023, you need to have some flannel, some hot chocolate, snowshoes, and you need to stock up. According to the extended forecast, you all, this winter season, that's what they're telling you. You got to stock up this winter season. Let me put this back on me. I want to, can I see the screen of me if I want to make myself a tad bit like, I want to just be that big, maybe about like that is what I want to be. Just a little tad bit like that if I come over here, but not if I'm going to be in the way. Okay, let me see. Okay, we go back over here. And if I get in the way, I'm going to get myself out of the way, you all. There's only one way for me to see is if I come on here and do that. So they want you to have you're going to get plenty of snow, rain, and mush, as well as record-breaking cold temperatures. Listen to this, you all. Listen to what they're saying. We are warning readers to get ready to shake, shiver, and shovel. What's that like? Is it like drop, cover, and roll? Now they're telling us to shake. This is really strange. Get ready. They're telling you here's your warning. Get ready to shake, shiver, and shovel. Well, you're going to be cold. And if you're shivering, are they saying you're not going to have no heat? The power is going to get knocked out? Are they saying that? You all, I hope they're not saying that, because some people are going to literally shake and shiver if that would be the case. Yeah. So let's look at the rest of this. The first bite of winter should come earlier than last year's. December the 22nd looks stormy and cold. Stormy and cold. I don't want to get right there. I'm a little bit in the way. I want to get myself down there. Stormy and cold. Nationwide, with an active storm pattern developing and hanging around for much of the season. It's literally going to hang around, you all, over the eastern half of the country, and maybe there'll be a white Christmas in some areas. So they already know that there is going to be an active storm pattern that will develop and hang around. It's going to hang around, you all. They've already told us. Winter storm warnings. What we hear more often than not is how much snow you'll get, and when will it start, and when will it end. Hello, you all. Get a wood stove as soon as possible. According to our extended forecast, there should be quite a few significant weather disturbances nationwide December through the 22nd and the 23rd, 2022, 2023. A few of the dates. How do they know the dates? Did you ever ask yourself how they know those dates? The first week of January in the Rockies and across the plain. During this time, we could get potential for heavy snow that may reach as far as Texas and Oklahoma, followed by a sweep of bitterly cold air. This is the game book, you all. They got the game book open. They do. That's what they've done. They've got their book opened. And they're looking at it, and they're telling you the week of January the 16th through the 23rd, we're going to raise a red flag for bouts of heavy rain and snow across the eastern 2/3 of the country. They got their books out like this because they see it in there, and it might be one of the coldest outbreaks of Arctic air that we have seen in several years. Try 40 degrees below zero. That's what they said in their book, you all. 40 degrees below zero. Wow. T, honey, I'm glad you found me since you don't know how. That's the best type of finding. You don't know how. You just happen to cross a path. That's wonderful. It is. A dark winter, that's right, Melissa Crocker. Didn't somebody warn of that? So that's really pretty right there. How much snow will you see this season? Have you all seen the Farmers Almanac is what I'm wondering. Oh, bacon sandwich sounds good with some, like a piece of cheese melted on it. Have you all read the Farmers Almanac yet? We ain't got there yet, watch woman. Yeah. Because I just heard about this today, and I think they just released it. Well, it's just only been a few days ago. Okay, Watch Woman, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. So how much snow will you see this winter? Winter 2023 should be dominated by an active storm track in the eastern half of the country, running from the western Gulf of Mexico to the northeast across Virginia and across the across the interior of New York and New England. So you can see it right here on the map, what they're talking about right here beside me. So that area up there, the an active storm track in the eastern half of the country, running from the western Gulf of Mexico to the northeast across Virginia and across interior New York and New England. And then areas south of the storm track, much of the southeast, will see frequent storms bringing cold rain and a wintry mix of wet snow, sleet, ice, freezing rain, as well as chilly temperatures. You know, that's not good for you all. If you're in that area, you're going to see the freezing rain. Is that big enough for you all to see on that map? I can make it bigger right there as I read it. Wow, I would not. The wintry mix is the worst. Frequent storms. They're telling you you're going to have frequent storms. And the I-95 corridor can be included in the winter mix zone, with places to the north of the track seeing the precipitation fall more as snow and at times a lot of it. So I-95 corridor, isn't that around Maryland and stuff like that? Anne Arundel County, Baltimore, Maryland, around the DC area. That's is that the I-95 area right there? This may be especially true over the Ohio Valley and the Great Lakes area. Where is the I-95 corridor, you all? I'm kind of confused about the I-95 corridor. Oh, it's in Indiana. Is that what you just now told me? Well, they got them all over the place. See, the I-95 in New Jersey, I-95 Restore Wilmington, IQ Weather. There's no telling where. Okay, you all. That's okay. We don't need to know it. We go back to here, you all. So, snow lovers will be happy in the north central states, as they will see a fair share of storminess. Wow, during the winter season, which should be plenty of snow for winter enthusiasts to enjoy, maybe in time for a white Christmas. You all see what they're saying. And then the south central states are forecast to see some accumulating snow, especially in early January. The far west and the Pacific Northwest will see about normal winter precipitation. However, the Southwest will experience less than normal. Oh, wow. So if you were in the Southwest, you're going to have less than normal. Oh, it's okay. We got this right here. How cold will it get? The big takeaway for our winter season forecast is that frigid temperatures should flow into many areas nationwide. Frigid means very, very cold. Look, shake, shiver, and shovel, especially in the north central region where readers will be shaking. They're telling you, you will certainly be shaking and shivering. Shaking and shivering. How can they be so definitive? How can they say that as a definitive, that you're going to be shaking and shivering? Hello there, you all. If you just tuning in, we are doing this. It says it may have record-breaking cold temperatures of 40 degrees. 40 degrees below zero. That's cold. And how can you keep warm like that, you all? Yes, Watch Woman. That's right. And it's, yeah, they have the technology. Stay safe. They want you to, they got a hot chocolate warning in the east and the south. A cold December and a very cold January might make readers in the Northeast shake and shiver. But February will bring much milder temperatures that should make winter seem bearable, more bearable. So the Northeast, the Southeast will experience some shivers, especially during the month of January. Fortunately, the snowbirds, February will likewise warm the region to a near normal winter season temperature overall. 40 degrees is really cold. Extra flannels are necessary in other states. Flannel sheets. I love flannel sheets, you all. You know, if you have, there's some people who do not like flannel sheets at all. They don't like them. Some people say, well, they get too hot. Some people like silk sheets. Some people like just regular cotton sheets. And some people don't like no sheets. Yeah, but flannel sheets, I love them. I really do love them. I never knew they made them until several years ago, probably around 8 years ago. I never knew anything about flannel sheets because, you know, when you grow up and you only have one type of a sheet and you didn't know that there was other types of sheets that were ever made, and you find out that, hey, there is other types of sheets. It's kind of exciting. It really is. Yes, that's right, you all. Yes, that's exactly right. It's cool. You all, do you want me to put my hair regular? I wanted to do this kind of, had a kind of like a snow-like thing to it. I can put it regular. Well, T, honey, that's okay because nobody's going to be sharing the bed with you with those flannel sheets, okay? You got to find some other bed, okay? That's right. You have to go keep yourself warm. That's what you need to do. So winter will feel unreasonably cold. That's where I'm at. Feel unreasonably cold for readers in the Great Lakes region, especially in January. Farther south in the southern plains, temperature will average chillier than normal. Pacific Northwest will see brisk, cool conditions, and the Southwest will be the mild area of the country, near normal temperatures. So how do we make you all? How do they make their forecast? That's what they want to know. How do they make their forecast? I'm not even gonna touch that. I'm not touching it, you all. I'm not. But wonder what they're saying. How they make their forecasts. How do they predict the weather, you all? Let me just put this here. I clicked into it. That's right. It's not cold in Ireland. T, honey, I already had you put in Australia. What are you doing in Ireland? You're not supposed to be in Ireland. You're supposed to be in Australia. Oh, my goodness. Ireland, that's my dad's ancestry on his dad's side. They came over during the Irish potato famine. So what are you doing in Ireland? You're supposed to be over there in Australia. Yeah, so they make long range since 1818. Have you ever wondered, it says, have you ever wondered about that? You all got to get this filter off of me. It's making me look kind of, Gina, let me get my filter off of me. I'm going to just put myself normal. Can we get the chroma key off? Okay, let me get me chroma key off. Okay, I'm normal now, you all. I am. It's based on Karen Reeves. I thought you meant, I thought I saw the word tyranny. I really did. It literally appeared right in front of my eyes. That's not nice of me to say. It really isn't. That's all right. So it's all in a formula. It's in a formula each and every year. What kind of formula? Sunspot activity, tidal action, the moon, the position of the planets, and a variety of other factors. And the only person who knows the exact formula is the Farmers Almanac weather prognosticator, who goes by the pseudonym Caleb Weatherby. To protect this proprietary formula, the editors of Farmers Almanac prefer to keep Caleb's true identity and the formula closely guarded brand secret. Ooh, that's really pretty right there. It is. That's right. Oh, you can bring those flannel sheets, you all. And sleeping bags. We need sleeping bags. 200 years, you all look at this. While some may question how a publication that started over 200 years ago can make such accurate weather forecasts, the Farmers Almanac would like to remind everyone this formula has been time tested, challenged, and approved for centuries. It's the oldest consecutively published weather forecast, even longer than the National Weather Service. Unlike your local news, government, and commercial weather service, the Almanac forecasts are calculated 2 years in advance. They got a plan for it for 2 years in advance, you all. Once the new edition is printed, the editors never go back and change or update its forecast the way that the local sources do. Never. Wow. Though weather forecasting and long-range forecasting is an inexact science, many longtime followers maintain the forecast 80 to 85%. So that's how they do it, you all. They just do it. That's how they do it. We're supposed to get back to that right there. Good afternoon, you all. If you're just tuning in, somehow, reason, honey, you continue to live, and it could be a sense of survival. Yeah. So this is Canadian. When will it warm up? We like to know about when it, after. You all, we can look at this because it's kind of exciting. It really is. After the vernal equinox, when we should be slipping into spring, expect a lion-like end to March. There should be a wide variety of weather conditions ranging from heavy snows to torrents of rain to gusty thunderstorms across much of the nation. Wow, it's going to go out with a war, like a lion's war. Jamie Sunshine, thank you. So I don't know what a vernal equinox is. I really don't. Let's see what it is. It's called the Spring Equinox. Equinox or equinox. Equity. It's like when people have equity in your life, they're important to you. That's right. So equinox. Oh, those flowers are so pretty. That looks like plums, flowering plums right there. Is it? The Spring Equinox of 2023, when is it and what is it? It's we greet the first day of the new season with the Spring Equinox. But what is it exactly, and why is it the first day of spring? You all, I hope this is all right. This is so beautiful. Flowers. They are. Are they? Because they kind of look like the plums they kind of do look like a plum flower, or maybe a peach, or something like that. Yeah. When is it? It's March the 20th of 2023 at 5:24 a.m. For those of us in the Northern Hemisphere, this was marked by the arrival of the vernal equinox, the first point of Aries. Oh, wow. Cherry blossoms. Yeah, that's right. It looked like a cherry blossom, too. It does look like a cherry blossom. The first day of spring is March the 21st. And so manufacturers, the 20th. So, okay, 124 years right there. What does it mean? It means new and fresh. And equinox derived from the Latin aquus, equal, and nox, night. What does it mean? Our hours of daylight, the period of time each day of year, sunrise, sunset, has been growing slightly longer every day since the winter solstice. Oh, the rays of the sun. That's a pretty graphic. It really is. It's real pretty. Summer solstice. Oh, that's really pretty too. I love pretty graphics. Yeah. Why does it change? The Earth's elliptical orbit is changing its orientation. It's going to change if we have a pole flip. Is spring getting shorter? Look at all of that. Why the changes? Well, I don't want to keep looking at that, you all. So I've already went into there, and I got sidetracked is what happened. Yeah. The reason why is that? Oh, I clicked out of it. Sorry. I clicked out of it, you all. So this is the copy of the Farmers Almanac right here. So if you look at this like snowstorm right here. Let me stick this in here. This is the images that I'm on. If y'all remember, like in the 70s, I remember it driving down the road in the 70s, and there was snow. It wasn't quite this tall, but it was way above the car tops, is what it was. Yeah, that's right. Thoth Asterion. May the pole dance around the pole star. Move in the sky, you all. That moves in the sky. That's right. It moves in the sky. Look at all of this snow. That I would not. Oh my gosh, I would not want to have to do that, you all. If you got a snow weather and stuff, look at their cars or trucks. This how bad the snow is. And if you can't get out there and shovel snow, well, you just got to walk in the snow too. Which almanac, Denise Monnier? This is, let's go look at this. We can look at this. This is the Farmers Almanac since 1818. The 2022-23 extended winter forecast. They've extended it, and winter is coming. They are telling people to shake, shiver, and shovel is what they're telling people to do. Yeah. Sand and sunset, you're okay. You didn't miss it all. You really didn't. That's just looking at this right here, and you know this is the web search right here that I went to also at the very bottom because I clicked in it. Yeah, we leave it right there, you all. That way nobody has anything. I don't know where you looked at. What were you looking at? I need to find it. It's okay. Look at this. They predict snowy winter in upper state New York with significant shivers. Serious chilling predictions for the coming winters. Look at the headlines. Extreme weather as energy bills soars. Okay, do you remember this? That they said, prepare for outages, rolling blackouts. They said to prepare for that where I live. And we had one. We had a brownout. But then they said even into the winter, you can have it also, you all. And if that heat goes out in the winter for some people, that's not good. It really isn't. So they've got all of this right here. Severe weather predictions, all of this right here. And how would you prepare, you all, for it? Really, how would you prepare for this snowy weather? Would you get yourself some flannel sheets? You could probably pick them up at the thrift store. You can, the Goodwills and stuff like that. They have flannel sheets. Even their prices have risen at even the secondhand stores, the Goodwill, the Salvation Army and stuff. They've risen, but I don't know how much a new set of sheets would cost either, because everything's so expensive. It really is. Footy PJs. They said here as well, Nadine Honey. I didn't get to see your comment. Yeah. You know, it would be nice to have some type of extra blankets if you can find them cheap, even though everything is so expensive. It is, and it's hard to come by. You can even find things at yard sales if you're lucky enough. Some people Some people really do think they're too good to go to a thrift store and to a yard sale and buy secondhand stuff. They really do. I'm not too good. I'm not. I'd be more than happy if I could find something that is useful and something that I need or could use. I'm more than happy to get it. It doesn't matter to me as long as it's in good shape. It really doesn't. The project gloom and doom. Well, now it is getting difficult to get stuff. And if you go to these stores, there's hardly nothing there, because I think a lot of people are waking up. They're realizing they need supplies, or they need extra clothes or something like that. Solar maximum too, Daniel. It really could be. Is that coming? Edinburgh was when the last cloud was. We got out 2 nights. Let me see. Did you say a solar maximum? We can type it in. Solar maximum. That's a pretty look at that right there. Let me do this. Since you said it, I'm going to have to put this in here because we went there. We'll put the link to solar maximum in here too. Sounds pretty powerful. It really does. Solar maximum. In the description, you all can always go back and look in the description. Is the regular period of the greatest solar activity during the sun's 11-year solar cycle. And during solar maximum, the large numbers of sunspots appear, and solar irradiance output grows by about 0.07%. On average, the solar cycle takes about 11 years to go from one solar maximum to the next, with the duration observed varying from 9 to 14 years. Thank you, Sand Sunset. You're so very welcome. So this is solar maximum. Every 11 years. Are we in that 11th year? When is it? Let's see. Because that, what is the next solar maximum due? Yeah. So we can see this. 2026. Oh, wow, you all. We need to see this. We really do need to see this. Look at this. Solar minimum, solar maximum, and solar minimum between 2020 and 2031. I want to see what this is, because this would be interesting. Just at the right time for the North Americans. Oh, I don't want to go there because they probably got an ad on there, and I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to go there if they got an ad on there and want me to click into something. So we can just look at this right here. Since 1972. I wanted to see what happened. I think I clicked out of it, you all. The solar maximum, when is it due? Maximum due. Okay, we're going to go back to that. Oh, look, the Aurora Borealis. So the next total solar eclipse isn't until August the 12th of 2026, and will be visible in Iceland. That's likely to be after solar maximum. So the closer solar maximum is to April of 2024. All of these things they happen at critical time stamps on Earth. Really, they do. Like as April of 2024 is critical time stamps. Solar, this is a 25, solar cycle 2025. Okay, I can go here. What will solar, okay, yeah, let's look at this. What will, I know some people don't like this NASA page or NASA stuff, but I like going there. I like looking at the graphics, and it's okay. It's okay to look at their graphics and try to keep my mind positive and keep that negative out. Let's look at this, because this is what? You see this? Scientists use NASA data to predict a corona of December the 4th, December the 4th for Antarctic eclipse. Have you heard of an Antarctic eclipse on December the 4th coming? How would they have an eclipse in Antarctica? That sounds really strange if they would have one there. Let's look at this, you all. I'm going to have to go into here. Well, no, you can. I'm not going to put that link in there because you all can follow that link in there yourself. Hello there, Michelle, honey. So, oh, that's 2021. Oh, okay. We're in 2022. So that was 8 months ago. This article was written on December the 9th of 2021. So that means on December the 4th of 2022, they are predicting a corona Antarctic eclipse. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see this. Few were in the path. Wait. Of the world's latest solar eclipse, which swept across Antarctica in the morning hours of December 4th. I didn't know that. That was already happened. Why are they writing that on December the 10th? It took place. The eclipse took place according to a tale as old as time. The moon passed between the sun and the earth, casting its shadow, and briefly revealed the corona, the sun's pearly outer atmosphere. Where is it pearly? Can't see its pearly atmosphere, you all. I'm trying to find it, and I can't see the pearly atmosphere. I really wouldn't know what I was looking at. Okay, you all know that's old news, you all. It is. So I don't want to look at that. I just wanted to look at this. When will the next solar cycle, you all? I got sidetracked. That's right. When will it appear? What will it look like? Bubbles from the sun's surface. They wonder what this next cycle will look like. It will probably look a lot like the past 11 years of the sun's life, since that's the average length of any given cycle. But the longer story is the panel experts meet once in a decade. Wow. A fleet of sun-studying satellites, you all, and dozens of complicated models, all revolving around efforts to understand the mystifying behavior of the star we live with, you all. Why does that sun has to be so mystifying? Up there in the sky. Why? I don't think it's too mystifying. There's stuff going on with it. It is. It has its ups. The sun has its ups and downs, just like people, and cycles between them regularly. Every 11 years, at the height of their cycle, the magnetic poles flip on Earth. Okay, y'all. Okay, we got to see what this is talking about. Okay, my nose is itching. Somebody's talking about me. NASA's scientists study and model the sun to better understand what it does and why. The sun has its ups and downs and cycles between them regularly. Roughly 11 years at the height of this cycle, the sun's magnetic pole flips on Earth. That would be like if the North and South Pole swapped places every decade. And the sun transitions from sluggish to active stormy. At its quietest, the sun is solar minimum during solar maximum. So the solar cycles. Okay, who was it that mentioned it was a solar maximum? Because yeah, that's a good thing to look into, because they didn't mention nothing about no solar maximum in the Farmers Almanac at all. They really did not. T, honey, you better behave yourself. You're going to have to go in that corner. Yes, you will. That's right. Solar cycles. So look at that. So we can expect, in terms of space weather, the conditions in space, much like the weather on Earth. Outbursts from the sun can lead to effects of ethereal aurora to satellite orbital decay, disruptions to radio communications and power grid. NOAA Space Weather Prediction Center is the U.S. government's official source for space weather forecasts, watches, warnings, and alerts. and with the work of researchers, NASA, and around the world to advance the solar activities. So I want to see how stormy the sun will be in the next 11 years and how much radiation you all. Now, I'm not going to go to YouTube on there because that's a YouTube video. I don't like to play their video, even though it says credit NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center. I'm not going to do that. But I'm trying to find out when's it going to be. They haven't given it over the last 40 years. They got the 20 years, 2019, only the fourth time such a panel convened. The 12 experts considered some 60 different models. They predicted dates for cycle 25's start and peaks. I don't even know what cycle we're on. I think we're getting close to it, you all. I thought we was talking about sun cycle 11. They're talking about a different sun cycle is what they're talking about. Yeah, that's right. So let's look at this. So the sun's poles are about as strong as they are at the same point, which scientists interpret the signs of solar cycle 25 will play out similar fashion. I'm trying to figure out when it is. Solar cycle 25 is now underway, and it is expected to peak with 115 sunspots in July of 2025. So we're in solar. I'm still confused, you all. Are we in solar maximum right now or solar minimum? This is too much for me. It's confusing. I want to know which one we're in, but something's going to peak with 115 sunspots in July of 2025. Is that around the time when that Nibiru system is supposed to be here or something like that? That's what I'm wondering. Okay, Susan, honey, thank you. We're in the solar minimum. This is so confusing to me, and I don't know. Oh, this 11-year cycle. Oh, no, you all. They're talking about certain. Okay, I got it. 11-year cycles. So you got sun cycle, solar cycle 24 or in 25. Okay, I guess they can last for 11 years. Okay, I got it now. I think I got it. That's right, I think I got it. That's okay. So let's look at this. The most active sun. Oh, 5:30. 5:30 and 10 o'clock is the most active areas. Oh, we're going to have a quiet period around the first half of 2027. So the sun's going to get quiet in 2027. How can it get quiet in 2027? Wow. That's okay, you all. I don't know anything about that. All I know is that this Farmers Almanac has released extreme winter forecast, and you need to get ready to shake and shiver and shovel because it's going to get a little cold in some areas, negative 40 degrees, and I'm not sure what area they said. Negative 40 degrees. I guess it's the hibernation zone or something. You remember that movie 2012? Was that movie 2012 where they, or was that The Day After Tomorrow? 2012 movie. Let's see what that was. Yeah, I think it was that movie. No, that was something else. This is the big earthquake and no, that was New York. No. I watched that movie, but I don't know what that one was. Let's leave The Day After Tomorrow. Is that when the guy went and got his? Yes, right here. The day after tomorrow. Right there. You all seen that when everything freezes in the certain part of the United States. It freezes in, let's see, what part of the United States. It freezes around this area right up here or something, that whole upper part. And they have to get the people out of there that they can, and they got to go down to Mexico, and they forgive Mexico's or South America's debt, and they have to come down there because this whole entire area, it got way too cold. You remember that? Yeah. That's right. That's what happened in that day after tomorrow. Why do they do movies like that if you think about it? Like great big old massive flooding. That was a pretty good movie if you like that. But it did. Everything just got like that. Ooh. Yeah. Buried under ice, you all, is what happened. So I'm going to put this to me, you all. I'm going to be going because now I'm done talking. You can tell, Gina, honey, you are done. You need to go. I'm going to go, you all. I notice if I go like I'll surf only that much, and I'll look at some channels, some YouTube channels. They just release little bitty videos, maybe videos that are perhaps like little YouTube shorts, and or their videos are anywhere between 8 to 13 minutes long or something like that. And I wonder if some of those channels, do they ever go live and like this, or am I not supposed to go live like this and have like videos to interact with you all? I don't get it. I really don't get it. I like doing this. I don't want to just like only upload videos like that where I can't get on here and you all can't interact with me. That's why my videos kind of get long. They do. Thank you, Nadine. Yeah. Yeah, because I just really just can't like detach myself like that. Just like gonna upload a video. I'm not gonna do a live, just gonna upload it. You're gonna watch it as a pre-recorded video. Yeah. Daniel, honey, you're welcome. Yeah, so if these are long, and if this type of video is not for you, you don't like live streams that are this long, you don't like the talking, you just want to watch something without any talking, you just want to see what it is and then just be done with it, well, sorry. Yeah, sorry. That's right. Yeah. Oh, Vanessa, honey. Yeah. Well, I know there might be some channels that do. Oh, okay. Thoth Asterian. I do like some of the writings of Thoth the Atlantean. I do. Because it's like some of the words of wisdom that are written, they're poetic, and they remind me of like Ecclesiastes and or the Proverbs. They do, the way that they're written, and or the Psalms. You're all welcome. I am going to go, y'all. But really, if they're predicting this and they're telling you to get ready to shake, shiver, and shovel, it could be all hype. But if they're giving significant dates, they have the power to do that. They do, because they predict these 2 years in advance is what they do. And an extra blankets would be nice. You can even find like used sleeping bags at stores like a Goodwill's or something like that. I remember I went through in the summertime, it was years and years ago, if I saw a heavy sleeping bag at a thrift store and I liked the color and I thought it would be durable, I would get it. I would, just to have extra stuff on hand like that. Of course, I got to wash it and stuff. Yeah. And like wool blankets keep you warm even when they get wet. If your body can stand wool against it, it does. Even when you're wet, the military would do it. I remember in my husband's, when his TDY, when you go TDY, he had some type of other bag, mobility bag or something. They gave them a big, whatever these things are you put over your shoes, and they gave them wool socks. They all had wool socks. He got like a big old parka. They gave you warm clothes to wear, and sometimes you get a wool blanket, whatever they were. Yeah, wool blankets. That's right. Nadine, you got the notification. That's wonderful. I am going to go. I'm getting tired. That's okay. I like to get tired because it makes me sleep good at night. When I end this video, then my night is done. I get to go to bed. Yeah. So that's right. Wool socks. So thank you all once again. And y'all, if that speaks to you, if you never heard it, if you didn't hear the almanac now you heard it in this video and a little bit more. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. And I haven't looked at the Farmers Almanac in years. I remember my mother used to look at it when we were younger. So who knows? I guess we'll find out if we're going to shake, shiver, and shovel and get to negative 40 degrees in some area below zero. Have a wonderful evening, you all. Thank you, Applebrook, Susan B. Honey. Thank you all for your comments, and thank you for being wonderful friends. Even though you're on the internet, thank you. You're very kind and considerate and peaceful and loving. You are. Have a wonderful night, you all. Love you. Wait, now did I do my hello wherever you are? I think I might have. Yeah, I think I did it, you all. So yeah, I did it right there. I did it.